friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is actually the same day that I ended my last vlog because I have 14 books here that I am so excited to get to. I'm in such a reading mood and I'm kind of desperate to get them started. I think we're gonna do a little bit of a reading challenge and we're gonna do it based off of a spinner wheel. So we have 14 books here. I've labeled them 1 through 14. The system is not very intense here. And so we're just gonna spin the wheel and see what I get. One. Okay. So the first thing that I will be reading for this vlog is Homebody. This is a graphic novel, and it says it's a warm, affirming, gentle, honest story of a non-binary gender journey. So I just finished Homebody. I really loved this. It's a great graphic novel memoir about the author's experience being non-binary, exploring their identity, their sexuality, their place in the world. And it doesn't have that many ratings and reviews, which is crazy to me because I feel like this is something that everybody should read, everybody would love. And I don't generally rate nonfiction, but I'm giving this a 5-star. This was really good. The art style is stunning, and it was such an endearing story with some great lessons that I think everybody could stand to hear. And though I don't relate to the author in regards to my gender identity and my sexuality, a lot of my feelings about my autism and things are intensely relatable to the author's experience with their own identity, which is very heartwarming to read, very relatable, and I think I just connected to this graphic novel in a different way, despite not having the exact same experiences. So definitely glad that I started off with this one. It really reminded me of an Alice Oseman story, like that heartfelt feeling that you get where you're tackling some harder subjects but you just feel like it's a warm hug. This is very similar. Gives very similar feelings in my opinion. So I think everybody should read it. Pick it up if you get the chance. Let's get our next book. Okay, so we now have 13. Let's spin and see what we get. One to 10. So look at our little stack. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our next up is going to be very different from Homebody. Our next pick is The Perfect Marriage. This is an extremely popular thriller. I haven't read anything by this author and I really haven't heard many people talk about this. I just know that it's really popular. I was honestly excited to start with this one. I've been in the mood to read a thriller. I probably won't read too terribly much tonight because it's 6:30. My partner gets home at 7. He works tomorrow, so we're gonna do dinner, hang out and all that stuff. But for the next 30 minutes, I'm gonna start this up and see how I feel. fuck is hyping this up? This is one of the worst books I have ever read in my entire life. I don't give out 1 stars unless something is truly problematic, but this got a 1 star. Like, there's use of slurs and stuff in here that I feel like, why? That's not even why it's getting a 1 star. It's getting a 1 star because this is a mess. It's a fucking mess. The characters don't make any sense. It's like this author has never actually heard of or done a lick of research into what a lawyer does or what a cop does or how the criminal justice system works at all. They've never spoken to another human being, read a book, watched a TV show. Like, it's so horribly plotted, it's so boring, it's so drawn out, the characters don't make sense, they're all awful, the twists, oh god. I don't know, this book was trying to be like 3 different thrillers at once, and it failed at every single one of them. So, this is a 1 star. I will never read this author again. I don't understand a single person who enjoyed this. I genuinely don't. Like, usually I can read a book and I'm like, okay, I didn't like it, but it makes sense why other people would like it. I genuinely don't know why anybody would like this. So, we're gonna do our spinner wheel. We're gonna move the fuck on from that one. Alright, we got number 4. I unfortunately had to move all of my books down here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This spinner wheel really does not want me to read a romance. So, what we got was The Ghost Keeper, the only other graphic novel in the list of 14 books. As far as I could gather, this is about Dorian who can see ghosts and he helps them move along. I love the art style, so we're gonna try to very quickly knock this out. But first, I want to finish watching Kat's newest video that came out 3 hours ago. I need some cat right now because today has been a fucking day. We had a pipe burst outside of our house. So I'm starting to feel sick. I didn't have any water, so I couldn't like do anything, and I have a headache and I'm just not doing super well. So I need to eat something, I need to get some water in me, and I need to relax. So we're gonna finish watching Kat's newest video. We're gonna read our graphic novel on the couch. We're gonna have a good day. So I just finished The Ghost Keeper. I really liked this. I think it was a really good graphic novel dealing with grief and place and identity. There's a very sweet romance and kind of a found family. I really liked it. And I love the art style. It's absolutely gorgeous. But let's do our next one. Our next spin. And surely I have 1 book left on this list that's not a romance. Didn't we get 4 last time? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another non-romance. That is crazy. Can I re-roll? Yeah, this is my video. I'm gonna re-roll. Let me add 11 back. I'm really in the mood for a romance, and yeah, okay. Okay, so 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. This is what we got. Heck yes. Let's get into it. So let's talk about a sure thing and then we'll pick our next read. I do go back to work tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to be able to read as much as I have been over the past couple of days, but I still am going strong at the moment. So I finished a sure thing. This is a historical fiction romance, historical romance, following a trans man who was a former painter and now has come to this small town and is selling bikes. And he recruits the help of the heroine, who is a botanist, and she has come to this small town to commission an artist for a presentation that she's doing, and that artist is actually the hero, but she doesn't know that it's him. He recruits her help in this bicycling competition, and in return he will draw her plants. And they have a pretty like low stakes, relatively slow burn relationship. She definitely doesn't have a good impression of him right off the bat, just based on him being very rakish and like things that she's heard around town about him, but they come to really enjoy each other's company. It's a very, like I said, low stakes, pretty sweet slow burn romance. I will say the story picked up after about the like 200-page mark, but overall this is just a little bit quieter than I was really wanting, but I think it's a beautiful story. The writing is amazing, especially if you are a big fan of historical fiction, historical romances, and loved the characters. The plot was just not my favorite. If every ad in the world wasn't popping up. So we got 7. Our next read is Love Redesigned. Something was telling me that I was gonna pick up this one. Something was telling me the spinner wheel was gonna give me this, but this is what we're going with. Having the weirdest reading experience that I've had in a long time. So I am like 64% of the way through Love Redesigned. We are right here. I'm not feeling the length of this at all. Like, this is insane how long this is. And I'm very much one of those people that does not like when a contemporary goes over like 350 pages. Like, to me, 400 pages for contemporary is like pushing it. I think this is like 500 something. It's just too much in my opinion, but I'm like strangely really liking this. And it's weird because I'm not in love with the romance. I don't get like the giggling and the kicking my feet that tells me that I'm really in love with a relationship, that I'm so excited for them to be together. But individually, I'm really liking the characters and I find their romance to be like serviceable. So this follows Julian and Dahlia. Dahlia is returning to her hometown after a pretty nasty breakup with her ex. Julian is a billionaire in Lake Wisteria, and he owns like a couple of businesses, and they are childhood best friends. They were always rivals when they were kids. Like, their families are really close. Their moms are best friends, and so they did everything together growing up. And they were hugely competitive. They always were like trying to outdo each other, and they were like really close. In college, they end up going to the same college together, and they have one kiss together. And a couple of days later, Julian's life like completely falls apart. He loses someone very close to him, and he shuts himself away. This really hurts Dahlia, and she seeks comfort in his best friend slash roommates, and that becomes her eventual ex-husband. Now she's back in her hometown, and they're working together to restore this old house, but I find Dahlia to be such an intensely relatable character for me. She is suffering from depression, and she has a lot of like grief and loss that's going on inside of her that she is working through, but she's struggling, and it's such a relatable experience, and it's very beautiful to see how her family and friends and stuff are like rallying around her. And it's also beautiful to see Julian just like anticipating her needs. And Julian himself is an interesting character. I'm not like a billionaire romance type of person, but Julian doesn't necessarily feel like a billionaire. He has a very like humble personality, but he's very closed off and reserved, and he's kind of a workaholic. And it's not because he loves his work, it's because his life to him feels very empty. He doesn't have really close friends. He doesn't have anyone to like share his life with. He has his family, but there's nobody like in his life that he feels like is there for him, and he wants to like start a family. So they are like working together on this project, and they're trying to like fight their romantic feelings for each other while like being close. Their moms are like trying to set them up, so their paths are crossing. At this point, they have entered about the 55% mark. They entered into like a friends with benefits sort of situation. They haven't had full-on sex, but they've had a couple of like sex adjacent moments. And like I said, I'm flying through this. I decided to pick it up on my Kindle. Side note, dyslexia. There's a dyslexia like setting for the Kindle. You can change your font, and there's like a dyslexia friendly font. It doesn't work for me, but if you didn't know that, consider checking it out. But I did change my font, and the font that I'm using right now is like really working very well. But this is on Kindle Unlimited. This is a brick, and also it's not super comfortable to hold because of like whatever. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This is definitely the Lauren Asher that I have enjoyed the most. It's not my favorite romance. It's my favorite romance that I've read from her for sure, but it's not like my favorite romance of all time. It's not giving me those like giddy feelings that I'm really wanting, but I can feel it like working up. You know what I mean? Like I can feel those feelings coming. So maybe not for this book, but maybe like my next romance. You know what I mean? Like I got the giggly fun times from A Sure Thing. Now I'm getting the like emotional giggles, if you will, from this one. So maybe in our next couple of ones, we'll like mesh them together and just have a good old fun time. But I probably am going to spend the rest of the evening reading this. My partner went to a Lorcana event in the area. It's just too damn cold. I have no interest in leaving the house, and it's supposed to snow, so I'm gonna cuddle up. I might play some Marvel Rivals, but I'm gonna cuddle up, and I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to read and watch some people game, and I want to enjoy being comfy. I don't have any interest of going out into the cold, so I'm feeling good, and I'm like really into reading right now. So if you come to my vlogs and you're not like the biggest reader and you just come to hang out like with me, I'm sorry that I'm talking so much about books, but like I'm just so into reading right now, and I desperately want a good romance. And I also got from my library, I was like feeling in a contemporary romance mood, so I went through my library and reserved like a fuck ton of contemporary romances. And another romance that that's been like, my heater just cut on, so let me bring it a little bit closer. A romance author that I have been wanting to try for a while now had a book available, and it is Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese. And so I started it. I only got a couple of pages in, but the main female character is autistic, so I'm excited to get into that one. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard fantastic things about this author. So all of that being said, I'm gonna try to grind out some Marvel Rivals levels because there's like this thing that I really want on one of my characters, and it's free to get. The game's free. It's free to get, but it requires you to like grind on the character for a while. So I want to get it, and so I'm gonna play a little bit, and then we're gonna hop into Love Redesign. I haven't decided, like, am I gonna give her another shot? We'll see. We'll see, because all of her novels are on Kindle Unlimited. We'll see how this one goes, but I seem to have gotten past the part where everybody feels like it's really drawn out, and I'm not feeling the page length at all with it. So maybe this is like the Lauren Asher that I've been waiting for. Like I said, it's not my perfect book, but with like the Dreamland Billionaires and the Formula One, I couldn't even get through one book in the Formula One series. And Dreamland Billionaires, they were all like 2 to 3 stars for me. Like bare, bottom of the barrel 3 stars. I'm liking this. Maybe it's just that I haven't read a contemporary in a while, but I'm shockingly having fun. Like, on principle, when I pick up a contemporary, if it's over like 400 pages, especially getting into like 500, 600 pages, my mind is like, yeah, fuck you. Like, what is wrong with you? I'm not even feeling the page length. Like, I look down to see what page I was, like, to see what percentage I was on, and I was at 55%. And then I was at work today reading on my Kindle, and I got into the 60%, and I was like, I need to stop. I need to stop reading so that I can update the vlog on what I'm doing. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm like, maybe something in my brain has like switched on, and I'm now like a contemporary romance reader, but we're here. I'm gonna ride it out. So I just journaled for the day, and in the midst of journaling, convinced myself to do a workout. So we're gonna do like a 30-minute lifting session, and then shower, and then get cozy on the couch. Alright, so we are freshly worked out and showered. I really should blow dry my hair, but I really don't. I really don't want to. I don't have the energy. That like workout took it out of me, honestly. I only did a 30-minute, and I realized that I need to find a new like quick workout routine because I'm not reaching failure with the one that I'm currently using. And maybe I just need to like increase my reps, but I like to follow along with the video, so I don't know. She's still a great resource, and like I still watch all of her videos, but I need to find something else as like a go-to quick routine, and I like to follow a guide. I am freaking tired now, but I do still want to play some Rivals, and I also need to do my pages for my Filofax. So this is my new Filofax cover. If you saw my last vlog, I was still in my old cover, but my new one came. I need to like print my pages and update my calendar. I haven't done my stream of consciousness journaling. I think I'm gonna do that like before bed and kind of just vomit all of my thoughts onto the page. I usually like to do it in the morning when I'm doing my light therapy, just because like I set an alarm for 30 minutes for my light therapy, and then it's nice to like journal for the 30 minutes. But I was running so behind this morning that I didn't get a chance to do that, so I need to like fix my sleep schedule to account for the extra 30 minutes in the morning. That being said, I'm gonna obsessively rewatch Kat's video that I've been like marathoning and rewatching for the past couple of days, and we're gonna play some Marvel Rivals. Never mind, Shay A came out with a new video about Gossip Girls, so we're gonna watch that. So we have finished Love Redesign. I don't know what Lauren Asher put in this novel, but I really liked it. It wasn't perfect. I definitely wasn't like swooning and all that over the romance, which is unfortunate as this is a romance, but the development of the characters, the found family aspect, not found family because it is family, but the like mental health representation and them coming together and working through stuff together was so well done, and I'm shocked. All of the other books in this series are like this one. I think this is going to be a series that I'm really going to enjoy. So I settled on a 4-star for this. Overall, like I've said 1,000 times, I really enjoyed going through this experience with these characters, the depression and anxiety and all of the things that the characters are dealing with, and like finding each other and being there for each other. It was really great. Not my favorite actual like couple itself. Maybe I'm just like in a contemporary romance mood, which is so weird. But let's figure out what our next read is. And I realize the irony of me saying that I don't read contemporary romance, and that's literally all I checked out from the library. I know that. 9 books left. So we got 8. Alright, so 8 is The Breakup Pact by Emma Lord. This is a author I've never read from. She wrote Tweet Cute, which I thought was YA, but I don't think this is YA, so I think this is like they both have humiliating breakups on social media, and so they fake date or something. So hopefully this is cute. Let's get into it. I completely struck out with The Breakup Pact and Fangirl Down. As you saw, I started reading both of these based off the spinner wheel picking them, and for The Breakup Pact, I got maybe 10 pages in and realized that this writing is just not for me. One of my biggest like pet peeves or red flags for me in a romance book is when this is like an issue that I had with Elena Armez's stories. When you have a romance, if your characters are interacting and you have like 5 pages, 1 page of that is actual dialogue and the rest is just internal monologues or backstory of the characters, and that happens constantly, that's exhausting. So I read like 15 pages of this, and they said maybe 2 lines to each other, and the rest was like she would have a memory of a time when they were kids and like something similar happened, and we would get just pages and pages of memories. So not for me, and also the reviews for this are not great. And then speaking of bad reviews, the reviews for this are also not great. So this is like a sports romance. The hero is a golfer and he's like slowly ruining his life, and she's like a fangirl, which the very first page of this, like the intense fangirl behavior was just so weird. And then they end up starting to work together. She needs money, he is trying to like have a professional career again, and the dynamic between them just like gives me the ick. And his rather than pick a new book, I continued to read 2 Wrongs Make a Right. I am 37% of the way through. This is the romance that I was saying has a heroine that is autistic. I borrowed it from my library, wanting to try some of her novels, and this one was available from my library, and it's basically about the hero and the heroine. They get set up by their friends, and their friends lie to them about who they're like texting and meeting up with, and so they have like a revenge plot where they're gonna fake date to like get back at their friends for lying to them, and then they're gonna have like a horrid, really bad breakup to like make their friends feel bad or whatever. and I'm really liking it. I'm a big fan. I have giggled a little bit here and there. We definitely have some interesting character dynamic. We definitely have like a grumpy sunshine. The heroine is the sunshine, the hero is the grump. He's very straight-laced, and she's like, you know, kooky and funny, but they have already had some like very sweet moments together that I'm enjoying. And of course, we all know how fake dating goes. So I think I'm probably gonna read that for the rest of the night, but I would like to pick the book for my next read that'll probably start tomorrow. Okay, so number 7 is Delilah Green Doesn't Care, which is perfect because if I had gotten Astrid Parker Doesn't Fall, I think that's the second book in the series. I wanted to read this one first. So, best friend sister situation. This is another author that I've been wanting to try. So, I'll probably start this tomorrow, but for the rest of the evening, I'm going to read the other one. Okay, I have some book updates, but I thought we could do my sticky monthly sub, like go through it. If you don't know, this is a like monthly subscription service, and you can get like different themes of stickers and stuff that you can like use in your journal. This is my second month getting it. I got last month's, I got all 3, and they came with like some really cute stuff. A lot of the stuff I've already used, but like for example, the cute pack had like cats and boba and some like cute little decor pieces that you can use in your journal. I'm not a huge journaler, like I don't use a ton of stickers, but I've been trying to use them up because I think they just add a little pop of something. So this was one of them. I have been trying to use them as I get them, but some of them it's just not the right time and place, you know? So yeah, so I thought we could go through this month. So first up we have the vintage pack. I love that they come with like these stamps. Not the vintage one every single time, but I think another one of them, like I have 2 stamps now, which is just so, I don't know if you can tell because it's focusing on my face, but it's like a little fairy woman. And then we have a butterfly notepad, and these are like little stickers, and then these stickers in the back are like butterfly and fairy themed. I love that one. These 2 are probably like, oh, there's so many good ones. These are like inspiring me to make my own little spreads. These are so nice. I'm obsessed with this one. These 3 are so good. I love this little pack. This is the best one I've gotten so far for sure. And I'm very excited to use them. So many good ones. These are so cute. These remind me of Tea Dragon Society. And what I like about these is they come in little convenient ringed packs, and I have a 6-ring binder, so they fit right in. So that was the vintage pack. Then we have the cute pack. Oh, and this one is Books and Nooks. And we're already starting off so cute. We have this big sticker, our character of the month reading his little book with his little cup of coffee or tea. And then we have our notepad. And it looks like this one also comes with a bookmark, which I love because The bookmark I'm currently using is actually from last month, and I'm obsessed with it. You can peel it off and use it as a sticker, or you can use it as a bookmark. Oh my god, this is so cute. It's like a little stack of books. And then these stickers are so adorable. These are just like such me stickers. It's crazy. These are so stinking cute. I love the gold details on these. Oh wow, this one is so shiny. And then these are cute little washi tapes almost. And then the last one is the Pop pack, and it's in living color. So we have a little fox girl, or a girl holding some markers. Some of them are notepads, some of them are like postcards. I'm not sure what these are, but they have little cats on them that I love. This is also very cute. It's a little bit more modern, I guess, than I would typically like. This is very cute. Oh, I love this. They're stickers, but I would want to put them like in something exactly how they are. Oh, this is so cute. I love that one. Oh, and then we have the little card. I love that. But these are the packs. I love them so much. I think I like them more than last month's, but these just have exactly like the themes and stuff that I would want. So these are great. I'm gonna put them in my journal. I think my favorite is probably the vintage pack, and this little bookmark is so precious. So, but that is the little sticky club. I'm gonna leave a link down below. I discovered it through Spicy Cats Reads. I had never heard of them before, but I think they're a great resource if you don't really know where to go to find stickers, like me, and find the actual act of like collecting ephemera for your journal to be overwhelming. So I ended up finishing the Two Wrongs Make a Right. As you saw, I was gonna rate it 4 stars, but the Kindle gods decided that it was worth a 5-star. And really the only reason that it wasn't a 5-star is because of the conflict at the end. So I understand why third act conflicts are necessary for storytelling and character progression and growth and all of that stuff, but I don't necessarily think that it's in the cards for every single couple and every single romance, and I wish that the conflict had been handled a little bit differently. I was very blindsided by it, as the characters were, but I didn't like it. I thought it was a pretty flimsy conflict, and it directly contradicted the characters' behaviors early on in the novel. But despite that, or aside from that, I absolutely freaking adored it. It was so sweet and so intimate between the characters. I thought their romance was beautifully built, and I loved the autism and anxiety representation in it. I am just blown away by the like depth that was achieved in this romance, and the way they showed up for each other was truly beautiful. So I really loved it, and I rated it, I kept it 5 stars because like it is 5 stars aside from that, but whatever, no big deal. But that does mean that I am going to move on to Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I haven't started this yet. I'm probably gonna cuddle up with my heater and get to reading. We'll see how this goes.